Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I got for you guys a big one. Future Stars Team 2 investment guide. We're going to kind of go over everything as well as some predictions. We're just going to go over what I think is going to come out, what's going to happen to the current cards that are in packs, what's going to happen when they go out of packs, everything you guys want to know, how to make coins heading into this Future Stars Team 2 window. We're going to discuss it. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up on the video. And with that being said, let's get right into it. So to start off, these are just a few flips of mine, but Des is one that I wanted to focus on. I love this card, man. I think he's a sick card. As a player, you can literally put him anywhere on the field, guys. Like literally anywhere. He's a sick card, and I'm a big fan of him. I think that he's got room to rise. He's probably my #1 guy. But these future stars, we'll start with the ones that are in packs right now. Going out of packs, I think a lot of them are going to do very well. A few of them have started to kind of rebound, like Dest, for example. I'll show you guys on Footbin, but he was a card that, was sitting at around actually 295. I was able to pick one up at 295, and obviously you saw I flipped that one for 320 right there. But he's a card that I'm going to expect to continue to kind of rise heading out of packs. Just because there's so much demand for him, there's no really super good La Liga right backs. I think this card is sick, especially with, I want to say, what is Reina going to be a left mid or a right mid? I think right here it says he's going to be a right mid, so you're going to have this American Link 2 next week. I just think Des is a really easy choice. On PlayStation, he is coming down too. He looks like he's up a little bit, but on Xbox, I still think he's kind of bottomed out right now at around 300k. If you could pick one up there for 300k, I think that's a good deal, and maybe even like 360 on PlayStation. I know it's going to be tough, maybe even less, 350 if possible. But I do think once he goes out of packs, he's going to be one that I think is a really good pickup. Now, the rest of the team is still very decent. However, I'm not as keen on all of those cards as I am on the Des card, for example. Just because the rest of them are, it's tough. So you have a card like Reina. He took a huge price dip. I'm not a big fan of this card. I think 3-star really kills him. He's not 3-star. What is he? 4-star. But I don't think he's as good as his price is made out to be. He is American, Dortmund. Links are very limited. I just don't think, he is obviously a really good card. I don't think he's really worth it. And as PlayStation saw a massive drop in the last couple days. And even on Xbox too. Or Xbox actually has been a little more... Xbox still saw a pretty decent, rundown. But PlayStation has seen it even worse. And I'd imagine this continues. He'll probably settle about $1 mil. I don't think he's really going to be super, because he is going to get a right mid card too. So, we're going to see another version of this card, and likely the right mid will end up being cheaper. And he'll actually be better for links, because then you can get that American kind of right side. So with Reina, I would be careful with. Camavinga's another one I'm not a huge fan of. I think at 2 mil for 3-star is not the greatest. Reece James is a tough one because Reece is good, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like there's better alternatives. You have a Team of the Year Trent that just came out. There's some other really good right backs. You still have Kyle Walker that's really sick. So he's a tough one. But I mean, other than that, I'm really not a big fan. I think Bergwijn's really expensive. This is the only other card I'd maybe look to flip, just because I think he's a really sick card. He is Bundesliga, obviously, with all those links linked to Alphonso Davies, Lewandowski, that kind of stuff. He's actually a really sick card. He reminds me a lot of, what's his name, the icon, Stoichkov. A very similar in stuff like that, and even the other ones, too. Those kind of cards, just the play style, the build, that stuff. So I do think he's going to do well out of packs. I do think he rebounds up a little bit, leaving packs. But that is what I would invest in for these guys. Now, heading into Future Stars Team 2, what's our best choice of action to take? Kind of investing for what's to come. Now, we did see, obviously SBCs come out. The player SBCs, we saw two. We saw the 2 player pick ones, which I thought were really good concept. The execution wasn't as great, especially on the second SBC. But as you guys could see, 83, 84s were needed for this one. I want to say the other one is still out. Yeah, this Bruno card, 84, 85. So I'd imagine picking up 84 fodder is a pretty decent idea. because again, we're likely going to see it. 84 informs as well, I think will do very, very well. Again, because we are going to likely see 2 more SBCs. Now, we saw one from the French League, and then we saw one from an off league here, right? This was the Porto card, or the Sporting card. So I'd imagine likely we're going to see maybe like a Prem one come out, and then maybe another off league, like the Dutch league or something like that. But I think, we're going to see something, fairly decent. Again, we saw the 85 double needed last time around. I think we're going to see this one again next weekend, as well as, maybe some player picks or something like that too, or some kind of grindable pack one. So gold rares aren't a bad shout either. So with that being said, though, as far as investing in, say, other players or, links and stuff like that, and another one that needed 84 fodder, as far as investing in links and stuff, I'd stay away. This is the time where we start to see golds die down. We are going to be seeing Winter Refresh soon. We are going to be seeing the new Prime Icon moments soon. So I think golds are really going to take a big spill. I would be careful, guys. Stay away from the golds. But the out-of-pack cards, the out-of-pack specials, I think there's a few that can do really, really well with some rebounds. For starters, guys, Quadrado's first inform, the 84 one, he's down a decent amount. I think there's going to be some room for him to rebound, so definitely keep an eye on that. Renato Sanchez, we talk about him all the time, guys. I think there's a shout for potentially seeing Ruben, what's his name? Yeah, Ruben Diaz in the team 2. I think Portuguese players will have a very nice kind of rebound. And just as a special card flip in general, I think Renato Sanchez is a really good shout. Any of these other special cards that have good links, I think are just going to do well. We saw the market go down a lot. Again, Cancelo, this is one I'm kind of high on too. Going out of packs tomorrow, again, there's a good shout of Ruben Diaz coming in. A really good Prem right back who will have a perfect links to that, flashback Ronaldo and Portuguese right wings and right mids. I think he's a good shout too. I know he's a little bit inflated already, but still, if you could pick up on a dip later today or something, I think you guys can make some pretty decent coins on that. And just, in general, guys, like the fodder, the any cards that you can look to kind of flip the man of the matches and stuff like that, I think a lot of the market's going to do very, very well. Aside from the gold market, I think the gold market is going to take a big hit in the coming weeks, just with golds becoming more and more irrelevant. But with that being said, guys, I mean, there's not too much more to kind of talk about. Looking at the index, 100, the index specials and stuff like that, we're seeing a fairly flat overall market. It's not the greatest indicator because, like I've said in the past, fodder kind of props this up, but golds are gonna die, specials are gonna rise. That is essentially the takeaway from that. Anything that links on the day of, obviously, we'll talk more about what we can do and what we can trade when the cards come out. So make sure to subscribe, don't miss out on that. But with that being said, that'll pretty much wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment if you have any questions. Until next time, guys, peace.